Hey Vue devs, welcome back to Learn Vue. In today's quick video, we're going to be talking about dynamic components in Vue, and these are an extremely convenient way to make your code both more readable and more flexible. They can simplify several conditional components, ones using vif, velse, and velsif, into just one line of code. In short, dynamic components allow you to toggle between different components in the easiest way possible. By the end of this video, we'll understand what dynamic components are, recognize when to use them, know how to implement them in Vue, and hear about some advanced dynamic component topics. But before we dive in, make sure to scroll down and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It really helps out the video in the algorithm and helps get these tutorials in front of more Vue developers. Alright, let's dive right in. So first, what are dynamic components? Dynamic components are, well, ways to dynamically switch between components at runtime. While I know this is a pretty circular definition, the name itself is pretty self-explanatory. To better understand, let's look at some example use cases. Navigating between tab components without having to route to a new page, and if you want to learn more about that, check out our tab component video in the description below. We can also manage different types of pop-ups in just one component element, and also displaying different content whether or not a user is logged in. All of these typically would require unique components, but instead of having to include them one by one, dynamic components provides a shortcut. There are several benefits to using dynamic components. From the developer side, it makes your code more reusable. If all you have to do is use one element instead of adding several vifs everywhere, it's much more scalable and readable. From the user side, using dynamic components can make a page more interactive and reduce page loads, making for a faster user experience. It's a win-win. Development is easier and the users benefit. Now that we know what dynamic components are and why they're useful, let's learn how to actually implement them. So using dynamic components is super simple. We just need to know two things. 1, the component element, and 2, the vbind::is attribute. So first, the component element. In Vue, the component element allows us to declare dynamic components. It's used just like any other element in our template, and we can just go up to our template and declare it like this. But the magic happens when we start using one of the component element's unique attributes, and that's the vbind::is attribute. This is the attribute that actually allows dynamic components to work. Essentially, it tells the component element what it is. The vbind::is, or just :is for shorthand, points to a registered component. And we can pass it two different types of parameters, the name of the component or the options object of a component. So how do we use this? Simple. First, we have to include the components we want to use inside of our parent component. And we can do this using import statements in our script. And these are pretty dummy components. Here's a screenshot of one of them. It's just a little template that prints out component A, and then the other one just prints out component B. And then make sure to include them in our export default. Next, we can declare a variable that corresponds to the current rendering component. And for ours, we'll default to component A. And it will look something like this. Finally, let's just add our component element to our template. And then just for this example, I created two little buttons that switch between the two components. So we have one button that when it's clicked, changes our comp data to component A, and then a second button that when it's clicked, changes comp to component B. And then we can just simply render component, and then say :is, and then set it equal to our comp data. So then if we look at this, we'll see that whenever we click one of our buttons, our component is actually rendering the proper label. And we can also see this in our console when we inspect element. The dynamic component switches and renders the proper component whenever we click. Alright, so that's all for this quick video. Of course, there's so much more you can do with dynamic components, and I definitely recommend checking out our Vue tabs tutorial. But some really cool ways that you can add on to this is add a transition element around your component, or take advantage of Vue keep alive components to help save states. And there's links to both of these tutorials down below. But even in just this simple use case, Vue dynamic components can make your code much more maintainable and flexible. I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And as always, like and subscribe for more Vue content. See you in the next video, and happy coding.